All right, let's look at the tight ends here. Headlined by Mason Taylor, who is 86% available. Mason, we'll give a little clap for Mason Taylor. There's not a lot of good things in the Jets land right now. This is the rare one.
Why are we clapping?
I'll tell you why. Because we've been talking about Mason Taylor for quite some time.
We're clapping ourselves.
Yeah, we're clapping ourselves, honestly. Like, we've talked about this, honestly, since the preseason, where we talked about, after Garrett Wilson, who's the number 2 pass catcher on this Jets. And we talked about Mason Taylor, the rookie out of LSU. I know Connor really liked him. I think you had him as tight end 4 after Warren Loveland and Arroyo. And so we're like, the Jets might have gotten a steal. And just in terms of fantasy production, he landed in the perfect spot because outside of Garrett Wilson, there's just not a lot else in the passing game. We've seen it over the last couple of weeks where his target share continues to ramp up. 25% target share now in back-to-back weeks. And while some of it was junk time, it all counts in fantasy.
Right, and the Jets might be playing a lot of junk time games.
That's right.
I mean, they're playing Denver overseas this week. That's just
Satan on Wilson. Yeah, Mason Taylor could lead the team in receiving yards.
And I will say this, because the last 2 weeks his usage has gone up across the board, especially on 3rd and 4th downs off of play action. It's all looking good for Mason Taylor. Garrett Wilson, who's been great, but the Jets don't throw the ball usually until they're down significantly. A lot of his production has been in garbage time or trailing mode. Mason Taylor, he gets involved off the opening script. So I think this is very real right now.
He has an 88 utilization score over the last 2 weeks, which is the highest among all tight ends. Not on the Jets, like all tight ends in the NFL. Mason Taylor's got more utilization over the last 2 weeks than any other tight end.
Touchdowns, by the way.
No touchdowns, right, exactly.
This is a nice baseline right now for Mason Taylor. For
sure. And by the way, you mentioned Denver, okay, tough, but then home to Carolina, at Cincinnati. And then a exciting week for you, a bye week. Nothing bad can happen to the Jets on the bye week. Probably.
Bad stuff can happen.
Probably. Hopefully.
All right, this one from Travis McKnight asking, it's the Jets, or not asking, saying it's the Jets. There will always be garbage time. Thank you, Travis. That is
this is why I'm not sure the Carolina-Cincinnati matchups are great, because they might be able to run the ball a lot and
take away the throw script entirely.
Yeah. In any case, Mason Taylor, I mean, he looks like a tight end 1 the rest of the way.
Yeah. Which is tough to find. Some other guys out there, if you are pretty desperate here. Evan Ingram's only 52% available. He does have the Jets, though, and the Jets have been horrific against tight ends. So he actually might be a really nice desperation play at tight end this week. Theo Johnson getting involved. It feels like Jackson Dart, Matthew, is comfortable throwing to Theo Johnson. Real signs of life from him.
He's a nice big target, right? And when you're scrambling behind that offensive line, looking around, you're just looking, hey, there's a big guy that can come down with the ball. 2 starts that Jackson Dart has made. Theo Johnson's had a 20% target share in both of them. 3 end zone targets for the big man as well. Jake Tongas, again, the San Francisco tight end, as long as Kittle is out. He's now scored in back-to-back games. We're not expecting to see Kittle until week 7. And finally, how about A.J. Barner? They like him in Seattle. Again, we like the Seattle offense, their passing offense, more than we did in the beginning of the season. Darnold has looked terrific. It's a nice fit with Clint Kubiak here. And so Barner, very, very quietly, 4 touchdowns in his last 4 games, 20% target share last week in a shootout still. But I could easily see a scenario where over the second half of the year, this offense is obviously, you've got JSN, Torrey Horton, and A.J. Barner as like kind of the top 3 guys.
Good night, Cooper Kupp.
No, I just honestly like
so
it.
The end is near.
I was just going to say it was very macabre, very grim.
I think he has a very long, productive life. Look, you guys know I love Cooper Kupp. I love Cooper Kupp. He's my little Cooper Kupp. Yeah. But
he was.
I mean, no, he's still my little Cooper Kupp, but just on my bench, on the waiver wire. Shrinking. I'm just waving to him. Yeah. The production hasn't been there consistently for a while.
No, he's a 4 catches for 40 yards guy now.
That's on a good day.
Right. Yeah. 4 catches for 40 yards in a game that was 38-35 or whatever that game was, right? I mean, it was a complete shootout. Darnold was brilliant. They're going toe-to-toe with Baker Mayfield, and he didn't put any numbers there. And again, he's had basically 1 good game in 4 for the Seahawks, and he was bad for the last 4 or 5 down the stretch for the Rams last year.
Yeah, he's on the other side.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.